Hello everyone. Welcome on to stream number 51. Recorded already. Bob the Builder, thanks for the free watch streak. And yes, you will fix it. Not sure why it's not popping up on my normal thing on here. It's on a different screen, but thank you for popping in, Bob. Thanks for watching a couple in a row. And hello everyone, welcome to stream 51. I've spent money since you were last here. Yeah, we'll get into it pretty shortly. Today we're going to focus on the J-League Cup. We've got a quarterfinal against Elgato Sendai first up over 2 legs, and more J1 as well, but that's kind of feels less important at the moment because we are smashing the J1. But hopefully get some cup revenge in today's stream. But if you're out there on YouTube, consider leaving a nice big thumbs up. And if you're on Twitch, a follow if you haven't done so already is greatly appreciated. Let's get straight into things though, because we've got some stuff to go through. Because I've done a bit, also we get a prediction going nice and early for the who goes through. I guess we do it that way, even though we're at home for the first league. It's just easier for me. But we're taking the J2 team. So we'll get a prediction going while we run through all these transfers. Yeah, Richard, I know, mate. I know. Hopefully it won't be the case today, especially over 2 legs. We're taking the team 14th in J2. So hopefully we'll be okay here. First league away, but second at home. Oh, sorry, first league at home, second away, because we're looking at their screen. Not in good form. Hopefully going to be doing all right. But we're on deadline day. Now, none of the players that have wanted to leave have yet. So that's good, because there was a few that wanted to go out on loan, and Hattori and Samaya, and also Matsubaru, unfortunately. Matsubara, sorry, got to get these names right eventually. No bids for him, even though he is apparently wanted by Constele Sapporo. I got a bit sick of being Miyazawa's backup, but how are they going to drop Miyazawa with 19 goals and 8 assists for the entire season? So, you know, he's transfer listed, but no one wants him at the moment. So we've got the core still here, a couple of hours where that could change. There's been a lot of change, though, in the reserve team. I've been a busy boy this morning. Essentially, cheap Wonderkids is what you need to know. There might even be more coming in. We're looking for transfer history, Shaun. This is what has gone on. Outwise, there's like nothing. A couple of loans. That's really it. The players that we bought in. But you can see I have just signed a couple of players here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just signed 9 players. All for fees of under £1 million. So Barnes Mustafa from Asante Kotoko over in Ghana, he comes in. Why? 5-star potential. Probably 2.5-star current ability. He actually looks like a really handy player. Probably one of the pick of them that we got in. But for 275k, yep, that'll do. Even though he takes up a foreign. Oh, UCL was brilliant, wasn't it? How good. Always good to see Real Madrid get done to. Something like that. Larry DaCosta from Sheffield. A bit more pricey, this one, but like he's great at tackling and he's balanced. So I bought him in the Irish centre-back. Because why not? We're like nearly £4 million and couldn't find a decent goalkeeper to upgrade on. And it was just let's buy a whole squad of Wonderkids and get them at 18 so they hopefully become Japanese sooner. This guy comes in from Morocco, a left back, Ali Chlicki. Bit of a tricky one, and 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential, 600k. Looked like pretty good value, even though that was the higher end of things. So he comes in. Nagi Lambaza comes in from Tromsø, probably the best looking player attribute wise as a central midfielder, although I think I actually ended up training him as a second striker because he looked a bit better there. But either way, looks proper good. Went a bit bigger on him, 850k, but that value is already well above that. So he's another really good player that we've bought in. Melis Kolumo came in, 5-star potential. Like, we've rated Africa a bit here, and he was dirt cheap. I think only 20k for him. Yeah, that was big, as was Garrett Neal on a free because MLS Academy things. So he comes in to the central midfielder from the USA. Yeah, would be, wouldn't it? Biggest game of the regular season tonight. Yeah, definitely. Emmanuel Nida comes in, Argentinian centre midfielder. 750k, I reckon he's going to end up being worth a lot more than that. If nothing else, because they're all foreigners. These all make a future profit signing while we've got the chance. And if they develop into world superstars, great. Osmir Franco, our Brazil left winger, getting that 5-star potential. And to round things off for now, Vladimir Marcelinho, also our Brazil left backs. We've signed a couple of left backs, which isn't the worst idea, given that that's the area that we're just getting peppered with injuries from. So, does mean our recruitment, but I mean, we've spent most of it, but we've signed nearly an entire squad of Wonderkids. Also, just get my water in the right place because that was awkward. But yeah, it's going to be a big game tonight in the A-Liga. I'm still a little bit dirty on how the Phoenix managed to not win last night. But yeah, got Sydney Derby tonight, haven't we? And of course, Perth Auckland, the big game. But yeah, the Sydney Derby going to be a biggie. But yeah. Whether we use those guys, not too sure that much. More of an investment strategy, that one, truth be told. But we signed like nearly an entire team of Wonderkids, like our reserve team now. It looks absolutely mental potential wise. Like there's still a couple of guys who are Japanese in there, and a bunch of foreigners. So we're laughing with what we've done here at the good old FC Tokyo this season. But first up, we've got this cup game. We are still missing Ishizaka at left wing and Chung Yung at left back. Lots of players on fitness tests, but I think we'll be okay with most of them. So we're getting into a better spot. A couple of yellows. Like to think this is a tie. We'll get away with that, and hopefully can get a nice first league result, and maybe even think about rotation in the second league. Because Jets, yes, as well. The Jets are on freaking fire, aren't they? Gotta love the Jets now, after the early stages of this save. And by early stages, the most recent club we had. But yeah, Jets are flying. Right, I might have to turn the aircon on earlier here too, just to see. There we go. Right, that was a lot easier than I thought. It was still on. Right, so they're playing a free at the back, but there are a lot. I've got those wing backs actually as wing backs, not wingers, like some teams have played this season, which tends to work well, or a bit better than the other way around. I do enjoy playing those free with the two in front, and then they just throw everyone forward. It doesn't usually work out well for those teams, but hopefully there's going to be a nice comfy two-legged win for us to kick off today's stream. And what was that? That wasn't a great start, although I think we won a free kick. Yeah, make our way through a semi. If it's two-legged, even better, because we don't tend to lose games in 90 minutes. Hasn't happened so far here at Tokyo. Let's hope it continues for a long time. Hot, yeah, it's actually summer now. At least here in the South Island. It's only taken like the final month, give or take, is just holding. We're trying to walk it in. Unfortunately, I think Bekirdenov put that over. What temp? Goodness me, what is the temp? Hold on, you have to go off the cricket. At a 23 where I live apparently, and that's probably being quite generous. But which I realise isn't super hot for like Australia, but by New Zealand standards, you know, no cloud, that sun cooks you. Okay, this is a little bit concerning, guys. Guys, what was that? Oh, I changed the centre backs, didn't I? I did make one change. Might be reversing it shortly. I went two centre backs instead of a centre back and a no-nonsense centre back. I don't feel like that's making much of an impact here on what Munzenanga's not doing. Like, that's just rubbish from him. And we go 1-0 down in the home league. Boy. Don't know why I made that change, but with no Kabari in the starting lineup, I saw Matsunanga. I'm like, well, you're actually better as a centre back anyway, so we might just go back to having both the same. I think that worked well at Newcastle as well, from memory. Hopefully just a hiccup for us there though. Now Sato can fizz this one in. There it is. 1-1. Thank you. We needed that. Straight from conceding a horrific goal, we make it 1-1. Sato, Miyazawa's just waiting for it, and Matsubara, that's why you're not starting, mate, because he's now got 20 this year. Like, why would I not be starting him? As we hoof this D, we should get this back through Sato. We do. Can he create another goal for us? Shimazaki, Valakari, Miyazawa, Maurizio, Luz, one of our new lads in this window with the left wing injuries, and Miyazawa's made it 2-1. So, tell you what, a little bit of concern briefly. Now we've got our lead. So lovely stuff. It didn't look like that dangerous a ball this from Luz, but thankfully, and I mean the goalkeeper's not expected that to bounce before him, obviously. He was playing dead possum, and Miyazawa bounced it over the dead possum and made it 2-1. So we can now praise our guys, and hopefully we put the foot down even more. Shimazaki, back to Fujikawa, Luz. Oh, he's done quite well to keep that actually. Potential bit of shape shifting. Now Maurizio went inside a touch. Now Luz, oh that ball's gorgeous for Sato. How's he? He was offside anyway. He shouldn't have missed. But he was offside thankfully, because otherwise that would have been criminal from him. Lovely play, although now we're going to copy yellow, Maurizio. And it's a dangerous free kick spot. Ishikawa, big save. Right, do we need to go back to no-nonsense centre-backs? Because we are just a tad vulnerable for whatever reason in this game. When they do have the ball. And now they've got a highlight. Haruna takes it short. Right, guys, can we grab a cushion goal here before the half? That would be nice. Good work from Maurizio on the yellow. So we'll probably take him off at the half. Luz. Oh, Haruna's... He was right in the way of that. Punched it clear. And that is that highlight. But yeah, the good old Phoenix. Wasn't how they bottled that, God knows. 500th game. Maurizio will get you off at Yamane, not Kamane. And let's try no nonsense and just see if we're a bit more solid at the back. Might have been a mistake changing that. We'll make that one sub though and tell them they're doing well, but definitely capable of the better, especially if this being the home league and all. But just playing around with the centre backs. Yeah, I know. I mean, and then a penalty save / miss. Just, and then yeah, just some horrific defending / goalkeeping / just stuff that should be pretty comfy when you're ahead 2-0, but you know, they do say 2-0 is the most dangerous lead in football, and that was a prime example. Okay, guys, why are we looking? Okay, that's all right. Frickin' heck, what were we doing there? Oh, I thought they were going to get a penalty after all that too. What was that pass across the face of goal? Holy hecker. What is it about us in cups? Yeah, Izzy is flying, eh? And annoyingly, had the penalty saved off him. But, yeah. He's been one of the better signings the entire season in the league. Just probably getting slept on a little bit because the Knicks have been, well, nixing. I don't know if that's made any difference based on what I saw earlier, so. We'll get Rivera on, even though he's a touch tired for Sato. And can we please make this 3-1, people? There's Lewis, that's nice from you. He's got support outside him. Yamane. Okay, did Roos stay on side? Doesn't matter because play on. Rivera. Greedy, but it pays off, right? Pau Rivera. Or Paul Rivera. Keep thinking Spaniard, gotta be Pau. Yeah, they would have too. They've had some really good results this season, and next thing they've had a couple of absolute stinkers, and that probably rates as a bit of a stinker given how that game played out. Before the game, probably not that bad a result, but yeah. It is what it is. Unfortunately for the Knicks. Just very frustrating. That's a foul. Okay. Probably need to do that with a double team situation. We do have our cushion goal here, which is nice. Now let's hopefully extend, at least hold on to it. Okay, that header clear didn't quite pay off. Yamada. Offside? Yes, thank you. What was it? Yeah, true. Yeah, true. Oh. Uh-oh, we're in trouble here. Do we get caught out sometimes from that playmaking wing back being in that DM spot when they try and recover? He just does get caught out, but thankfully an interception does mean we're back on the attack. Rivera. We'll look for a double. Probably shouldn't have from that far out. Now, are we going to get one more attack from this highlight? Got the carry or Rus in behind nicely. And loses the ball. We'll get a throw in, will we? Yes. And that's probably going to do it. No? Okay, we're still going. Right. 4-1, guys. That'll at least start to put this away. I think it's each team twice. So, 38? I can't remember how many teams are in J1, but I think 38. So it's just like the Prem. And then we've got all the cups as well. So it is quite hectic. And then next season, given how far in front we are, ACL Elite as well. So yeah, we're going to need that squad depth. Because despite all those signings that we made, we've still only registered 18 of a possible 99 players. Because of most of them being under 21. They might, actually, that's another thing. And there's that fourth goal we were looking for. Miyazawa hat-trick. I think. That just updated really quickly. But Valakari, lovely ball. Miyazawa runs off the shoulder and beats him there at that left-hand side. They probably do, yes. So there's going to be a lot of footy here next season. And yeah, there's a hat-trick. Oh, we'll start to take off some people here now. Bakidanov, Red Heart in a bit of a yellow situation. Arroyo in the cam. And let's get Matsubaru some game time. See if he stops complaining. He probably won't because we're not starting him, but I mean, the guy's got a hat-trick in front of you. I can't drop him, can I, you absolute buffhead? Be absolutely mental to do that. But after a touch of a scary start, we make it 4-1. So 3-goal lead going to the second leg away from home. Played pretty well, just that bit of a howler for the goal we conceded in a free kick, which went quite close to, but that's a good result for us. We'll move on to the second leg in a couple of days' time. I want to say, yeah, a couple of days' time. And now we have got the rest of transfer deadline day. All right, Mongwane is another player we're signing for a dirt cheap fee of 150k from the Orlando Pirates. Why? 5-star potential. I'm legitimately signing an entire team of Wonderkids. Okay. Questions. Now Kabari. I think he doesn't want to go. No, so please stop offering that, Sunfleck. And Miyazawa. Yeah. Matsubara. That you've got no chance, mate, of coming into this team at the moment. And also, let's just keep an eye on the agent offers in case, because this is, to be honest, where most of the Wonderkids have come from. This list of agent offers. Just anyone who we could potentially get under $1 million, I've been going for. And Ankle Lee, thank you very much for the raid. Hello, everyone. Welcome on in to FC Tokyo. Hello, hello. Welcome into our Journeyman, where we're currently at FC Tokyo on the men's side. We've had a very interesting career so far. Let's get you up to date as quickly as possible. We are currently unbeaten in J1 and got a 4-1 lead in a quarterfinal of the J-League Cup. But to give you a quick update, it's Journeyman save. Let's show you. It's on. No, it's my. Hold on, just FM26 things here. Goodness me, my history, there it is. Goodness me. So we start off in Malaysia at Manjung City for 5 seasons, just making them try and be the best of the rest behind JDT. Then they wouldn't offer us any coaching badges, so went to my local club, the Wellington Phoenix Women, £1 million in debt. Left after 63 days and went to Newcastle, who we won 2A leagues with in an Asian Champions League. So we're trying to do that now on the men's side. So that's a quick update of the save as we're in Season 8. But thank you very much for the raid, Ankle Lee. If you don't check out Ankle Lee, make sure you do. Very, very good streamer. Yes, exactly. And there we go. There's a shout out. Better give you a shout out. But very, very good streamer. Someone I watch when I'm at work sometimes. So thank you very much for the raid. And if you haven't gone and checked her out, make sure you do. And thank you for the follow as well. But we're currently on deadline day here after the 4-1 win. And right, we're going to get rid of that person on loan. And we've signed like an entire team of Wonderkids because, well, why not? All under $1 million. Just like, why not? You get players like that for 150k in World of Warcraft. That's a name. Thank you very much for the follow as well. Nice day for fishing. Oh, fishing. Gotta love a bit of fishing. Good old fishing. If it hadn't been raining in New Zealand the last 2 months and washing freaking logs all through the sea, then it'd be brilliant for fishing. But fishing's top notch, isn't it? Nothing like taking the boat out. Smell of the seawater. This has come from absolutely nowhere, hasn't it? Right, so Mauricio is going to be on a ban for this next game. We have had a horrific little run of left backs suspended and whatnot this season. So what are we going to be able to do here? Yamani is a bit cooked. 45 minutes. Kabari can do a job there. Samaya on the bench might have to work. But it's really not ideal. We did just sign a couple of foreign left backs. We might have to actually call on that from our reserve team. Oh, no worries, Ankle Lee. That doesn't sound very nice, to be fair. The benefits of New Zealand, I will say. The lack of snow, at least where I live. But thank you very much for the raid. And thank you for lurking as well. Greatly appreciated. Oh, don't I get the reference? Oh dear. Oopsie daisy. Right. So left backs. I need to call one up here, don't I? Reports. Figure out all these players still. get them back to the right position. Oh, we loaned a bunch of left backs out, didn't we? Awesome. He's fine though. He'll do. Let's get him up to the first team. Vladimir Marcelino. Bit of Brazilianness. That can't hurt at all, can it? And we've got to go to that screen because it's 26 things. And let's get rid of Samaya actually. And hopefully we're good for foreigners. We're good for foreigners. Cool. Right. Where did my... I'm sure it's going to fix itself. Right. Get through this the deadline day and hopefully hold on to our 3-goal lead. Because we've only lost one game here all season. It was a cup quarterfinal and a penalty shootout. We got FM to holy high water. So just you know, we're not bitter about that at all. Could have been doing the treble in our first season here at Tokyo, but that's done. There's going to be second season goals. Along with an AFC Champions League on the men's side, hopefully. Did I sell him? Must have been for a good reason. I don't remember doing that. Trust me, even though I don't remember what I'm doing. Right, now Matsunaga is one of our current starters. He does not want to go to Gamba Osaka, fair enough. That makes it easy, and I think this is the exact same situation, so let's reject that too. Now there's a good looking player here for agent offers. We can't afford him, so we'll just shortlist that one. Easy peasy. And transfer deadline passes. So we've signed about 10 Wonderkids on deadline day, just usual FM things. With our spare 3.8 million we got from past player sales. Gotta love what the previous manager did here, because that was actually legendary work from him. The amount of clauses that worked in our favour. Getting a casual couple of million from the likes of Man City and whatnot. But yeah, we've only got 17 players registered, which is hilarious. We could go full-blown loan army if we needed to here. Don't know if Japan needs a builder nation, to be fair. It's probably okay. 2:30, fair enough. I ain't exactly World of Warcraft. A good old rumble. Tell you what, that's going to be a struggle for me. It's 8 AM here tomorrow. Don't know if I'm going to get there on the TV at that stage. But yeah, I fully know what you mean. Freaking lemon Saudi Arabian times. Don't usually mind when the wrestling's on the UK, not UK, the US times. Because that's a 2 PM kickoff usually here in New Zealand. So while I would be streaming at that time, I wouldn't mind it. Oh, 5. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're over in Aussie, aren't you, Richard? Yeah, it's a decent time. Yeah, 8 AM here is a bit... There's worse, but... But I understand what you mean. You need to be up for that Royal Rumble. So fair enough. Thanks for popping in and dropping the follow. 7 PM. Oh, nice. That sounds very cozy. 7 PM. That is actually fine. Yeah. It's the Saudi and some of the European ones that they've had the last couple of weeks. For the Raws and the SmackDowns are a little bit on the early side. But thankfully it's freaking easy to catch up these days with Netflix and whatnot. Oh, 2 AM when it's in the States. Yeah, okay, yep, you're getting proper winning in that situation, aren't you? Yeah, I don't actually mind when the States are keeping the events. The actual worst one of late, mentally, is when they go to Perth in Australia. Because Perth's like in South Africa. Like, it's like South African time zone. It just does not work at all. For us here in New Zealand, it's like 11 p.m. It's like, no, I'm not staying that late. Yeah, I do actually appreciate that too. Because good old Raw on a Tuesday New Zealand time, that's like peak. Get me through the first couple of hours at work sort of viewing. I thought we did do that. We'll do it for that next game then. And the good old praise of training, because FM things. 4 a.m. in Australia. Oh, yeah, the World Cup as well, eh? Yeah, it's not ideal. There's a lot of questionableness about the whole situation. I'm actually kind of interested to see the stadium because that got built in like for the Rumble tomorrow. That got built in like not much time for how big it is, and I'm hopeful there's not going to be a major catastrophe. It's hopefully Saudis are good at building stadiums because they did that one quick smart. World Cup. Oh, it probably will be for you. Like, yeah. As I was saying before with the wrestling, like, it's not going to be too bad for us, especially for, yeah, it's all just temporary, yeah. Doesn't fill me with, like, it would not fill me with confidence if I was going to that, put it that way. But yeah, we're not too bad here to be here for the World Cup, at least with the New Zealand games being on the right coast for us as well, so that's going to be nice. I think it's mostly 11 a.m. 2 p.m. ish. Yes, exactly, Richard. That's the one. Oh, okay, Wrexham. Okay, if it worked for Wrexham, she'll be all good. Right, here we go. So, save, yes. Goodness me, 4 hours. I may have been playing other games while that was happening. Right. Let's try and finish this off. Do we rotate a bit here for a cup game? Is the big question. With a 3-goal lead. Oh, Winter Olympics. That might be a bit more brutal. Just thinking, Italy, isn't it? Is it Italy? I think it's Italy, isn't it? Because we're starting to become good at Winter Olympics, New Zealand. But we'll have to see what the time's like for that one. And now, who's on yellow cards? That's probably a good little way to get rid of some people who might be riskies for this. Do I want to give Samaya a run? Even though he's on a yellow. Because he's our 4th choice centre back. We can afford to lose him. Everyone else is pretty fine. We'll give a couple of fringy guys a run. So Matsubara, I'm actually going to give you a chance here. Rivera's on a yellow, so don't want to give him a go. And we can actually start Marcelino too. That should work out relatively well. So a little bit of rotation, but hopefully we're going to be okay. Now a left back. 63. It's kind of a left back number. And the 6 and the 3 make a 9, and that's so approach the match nicely. Let's get into it. Right, come on, fellas. The defensive free at the back compared to a lot of teams here in Japan who like to just go absolutely gung-ho, and the wing backs just do no defensive work, which is awesome for us because goodness me, we destroy those teams. And you legitimately see it was an Italy too, so don't know why I was saying where it was. Anyway, Ushibori on the attack early. Are we going to get off to a flyer? That's a top save from Haruna on the Valakari shot. The experienced Finnish international who he picked up on a free has been utterly sensational for us this season. And, oh, Ishimaru, there he is. 2 meters tall, can't teach that, especially in Japan. It is a ideal start. 5-1, good luck for Galka Sendai. It is surprising he goes on the hot cold streaks from set piece. Easy, easy, easy. This might be a stream where he gets like 5 goals, because so far this season he either scores none in a stream or he scores legitimately half the goals. So that's an encouraging sign. Might be on for a good set piece stream here. As Sato tries to find Matsubara. Doesn't. Aerial ping pong. Get it to Shimazaki. Sasaki. Sato. What can he do here? Cuts inside. Valakari. Matsubara. Blocks shots. No dice. Might still be something on. No, not with a pass like that. There's definitely not something on. But that should... Yeah, that goal early should put this one to bed. No worries, World of Warcraft. Thanks for popping in, man. Greatly appreciated. As well as everyone who came over with the Ankle Lee raid. Love your work. Right. This is... Well, was threatening to be a bit of an attack, but nice work from the young, loney wing back we got off, I think, Vassal Kobe. Just to trim down the foreign numbers, which we've definitely undone now in that past transfer window, but they're mostly reserve players. We'll be fine. Okay, Fushikawa yellow, so we'll try and get him off at the half of Matsubara as well, so that plan's not gone well. To try and give him some game time, because he's done a stupid and got a yellow card. Valakari. Sato. Somehow Valakari's missed the ball completely there. But they've very kindly given it back to us inside their half. Sato. Valakari. There we go. So after going 1-0 down about halfway through the first half of that first leg, we have been a lot better, thankfully. It was a bit of a scare there briefly. But 6-1, we're flying now. Absolutely flying. I've got to stop saying that because we're not the Newcastle Jets anymore. It doesn't make any sense. But against the J2 team, who are in the bottom half of the table, is probably what you'd expect from the unbeaten mob in J1. There's Matsubara, who is he? That's our striker, Shaun. Well, I think it was someone else. Thought we had someone else sneakily on a yellow. But it's a nice ball out there to Sato. Is Valakari going to look for another? Oh, yes, we will. Right. We'll go check on Nestri shortly. Richard? No worries. Off the back of this game. Mr. Irankunda. But 6-1, 2-0 in this league. We are in a very nice spot. Now, we'll get Miyazawa on because Matsubara's just let me down there for yellow. And Hattori game time, that could keep him from being a bit grumpy about the fact he didn't get a low move in that pass window. Just brilliant, fellas. 6-1. Chill. Don't use too much energy. We've got J1 games coming up. Save it up. It's actually our best cup performance by a mile this year too, this. We've been going extra time and stuff a lot for an unbeaten team. But this has been an actual blowout, which is nice to see. And by unbeaten, I am absolutely not counting the penalty shootout we lost, because that's not real football. But this is nice and cruisy. Things we like to see. Annoyingly, Urawa are starting to find some form. 3-0 up. Not it's going to make too much difference. I think we're like 20 or 30 points ahead of them in J1. I would like to see them continue to be really bad just because they pinched our best player, because bigger club going to the start of the season. Thankfully, that's not been the case, and we can all laugh at him now. Silly Akira O'Hara. But very quiet second half up until this highlight. Ishimaru at Sato. Sasaki. How many more subs we got? 3. We'll have to see how many more fringe players on the bench. Give some people a freshen up before J1 action. Sato. Nice square. How's Miyazawa missed it? Both our strikers been a bit mud in this one. Let's start to get some people off the field here. Yamani can play DM. Let's have a crack at that. Who else could use game time? Rivera was on a yellow. We'll get Arroyo on for Valakari. And we've got a sub. Let's give our backup goalkeeper a run. Mental things to do, but 5-goal lead. So, but only 2 minutes of added time. Things you love to see. Don't muck around, referee. That's what we like. So 6-1 we go through. We're into the semis where it does get all J1, so it's going to be a little bit tougher. But hopefully that's also over 2 legs. That probably suits us instead of a one-off game, the way we play here. So we had a prediction going for that. It was very one-sided. There's the payout. Right, so we've done both legs. All the other teams haven't, so that's actually a little bit random. But we do go through to the semis. Sato good in that game. We've got a week-long gap, so that is nice, right? Irankunda. Let's check out Nestori. At Bournemouth. About to go. He's on loan from Lecce. His technicals, honestly, are a bit meh, but the mentals are decent. The physicals, obviously, of Nestori, the physicals are where it's all at. 12 free kick taking. Feel like that's a little bit on the low side based on some of the stuff he did in the A-League back when at Adelaide. But he is at Bournemouth, still only 27. Made the move to Leicester in 2027-28 for 41 million. Thank you very much. Then the loan to Lecce, 18 million. So a big loss there for Leicester. And not sure how much that fee is going to be to Bournemouth. But decent couple of years in the Championship and in Serie A. Very decent, consistent green ratings. Not quite carrying it over into the Premier League just yet. No goal contributions. But definitely a top league player. Did he win anything? No. It would appear not. Yeah. Nothing, just a bunch of Aussie 11 things. And a couple of just seasonal best 11s. But no, he has not got a single trophy in his career, according to FM. Don't know how trustworthy it is, to be fair, this on this year's game there. But there is Nestori, valued around the 10 mil, 12 mil mark. But we've got a week-long gap before we take on Flickr down in 7th with our enormous gap in the J1 with 11 games left to play. So we are probably more so focusing on this J-League Cup at the moment, just to try and get another bit of silverware, because it looks like we're going to be J-League champions, J1 champions. How do I... sort that out. Right, we'll get that loaded up for soon. We're at home here. We are away. Okay, that makes this very easy. We'll get a prediction going for that next game in a couple of days' time in game. Now, who are we going to be taking on in the semi-final? That's probably the big question here. Kashiwa or Consadole? Consadole are the team that beat us, aren't they? In that other cup, that is oh so classic. I'm pretty sure. No, it's Kawasaki. What am I on about? Kawasaki France out. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We're hopefully going to cruise through that. It might be rare in the final. But it was a very good season considering that we're still... I'd like a upgrade in goal. 34-year-old Journeyman. To be fair, if there's a position in the field where you can cop that as in goalkeeper. But I reckon we can definitely upgrade on him. Just want to find a good local option. Now, these, you're probably going to come back in. Rest of you, though, get some minutes. But yeah, we're just struggling to find a bit of an upgrade on the goalkeeper. Otherwise, we will spend our money that way in that past transfer window. He's going decently, though, on a 6.98, so probably a bit harsh on him there. Now, let's get Marcelinho back out for Maurizio. And you can drop back down reserves. Miyazawa, Luz. Who else? It's pretty much our first team now, isn't it? Yeah. Cool. Should be fine with that then. Our very weird 4-2-3-1 that is somehow working an absolute treat. Just changing the roles wherever we go. And it's working an absolute treat in the J1. It would be nice to see Bournemouth win the Premier game. Don't mind Bournemouth, obviously, with Alex Paulson on their books. I might check him just out of self-interest shortly to see what he's up to. Right. Where's Alex? Where's the next big thing? Where's Brom? Oh, bro, what happened? I'm so sorry for you. Where's Brom? Wanted by Galatasaray. I mean, mate, Turkish football, get stuck in. Nothing wrong with a bit of Turkey. 4.4 to 5.4 value. He looks decent. He looks decent. He looks well rounded for that ball playing goalkeeper. Now, what happened to him? Bournemouth, 250k. Bargain. Doing a solid job in the Champo too. Very harsh of Bournemouth to play him once, keep a clean sheet and then bin him off to, I mean, Rangers not playing him. What the poor form from Rangers. He was absolutely brilliant both at Auckland and Wellington. Mr. Paulson. I haven't been able to keep up to date with him as much this season, being in Poland. It's a bit harder to keep track of in my part of the world, especially. But he was clearly the best goalkeeper in the league the last 2 seasons. Like, it wasn't really close. And you see how much difference it made especially at Wellington. You can kind of see it at times with Auckland, especially the last couple of games they've played. Vood's a little bit ropey, isn't he? Sometimes, and just Paulson was just so freaking solid in goal. There's been some decent New Zealand players come through in the A-League. Like, have got quite big moves. Paulson's definitely the one I think that's got the most, or the highest ceiling on him. So it'd be nice to see him go to a decent club and get a bit of game time. Could still have been at Bournemouth, but I mean, they loaned him out and then they signed. Didn't they sign like Forster or something random like that earlier this window? But yeah, rate Paulson highly. Hello, Dylan. Been a little while. Hope you're doing well. All right, so Sanfelice are not in great form, but they did just wait. No, did they? That's not the page I want. Still not the page I want. It's just ignore that then. I was going to check their form, see if they're going to be in good touch coming into this. We are heavy favourites. They are not in that good of form. That win came 5 ago against bottom of the table. And they are the team that got smoked by Urawa. They will not be in good vibes coming into this. So this hopefully is going to be a nice game for us away from home, even though they are in the top half of the table. We'll do a prediction. Get that going right now if you want to try and win some channel points. Probably need to check if I still got some of those punishments on the channel point redemptions, because some of them I had back in the day when I first started streaming before my year and a half break. They were pretty brutal. There was a reverse starting 11, so the goalkeeper would play up front and the striker would play in goal, and obviously probably not too bad for the midfield, but the rest of it would be absolutely horrific. And that could come back and bite me at a really bad time in a save like this. Should probably stop talking about it now. Someone will probably do it when we get to a Champions League final. Ahmet Sabara's dropped his sulky. Lovely. The save's going good, so we are at our 4th club. I don't think I've updated the command for a little while. I'll see if I can save myself some time here. No, I have not updated it since Newcastle. So that shows you what's happened so far. We won the A-League in both seasons at Newcastle on the women's side. In the second season, we also picked up the Women's Champions League in Asia. So we then have made the move here to FC Tokyo, and we are storming the league season 1. So we are definitely going to have some Champions League football next season. Elite Champions League football. So that is going to be exciting because we look like a quite good team here in Asia. Even though there's a couple of areas I think we could still improve in if we find the right targets. But it's going very well. Just the one defeat all season in a cup penalty shootout. Otherwise, we've been absolutely flying here. Now, I was going to do something there. Sure, it'll be fine. Oh, 6 promotions up to League 2. Also got Scottish Cup semi-final from the Lowland League. Oh, jeepers, that's an effort, isn't it? Nice work, Dylan. I've got Scotland loaded in this. I mean, I say I've got every freaking nation loaded, so that's a bit of a dumb statement. We probably at some stage can start to look to get rid of some of the Asian leagues, though, which might help speed things up a little bit. Not that it's going ultra slow outside of the transfer windows. How bad? I can't tell. That's legitimately can't tell. There we go. Right. Bit weird that I can't see my own player injuries. Let's sort out the mentoring again. Jimenez, sure, you look okay enough, maybe. We're getting to the stage of the season too. We're getting mostly week-long breaks, which has not been going that, or not been happening that often, which is only going to make us stronger, you'd think. But to be honest, with an 18-point gap, the J1's not up to a lot from this point on this season. It's really focusing on that J-League Cup. Just got to wait to see who and when we're playing our semi-final in that competition. Would you take Paulson? Yes. Absolutely. He's going to be in the squad. It just depends if he's going to be starting. Which they seem to really like Max Crocombe, which I get, but I think Paulson. I don't know. I'll be going Paulson personally, but maybe Crocombe's a lot better than what I'm seeing. I forgot that, didn't I? There we go. That's the other change. Oh yeah, I'd start him. Yeah, I'd be starting him, but time difference, maybe I'm not seeing some of Max Crocombe stuff that I should be seeing, but yeah. But that is a pretty good team we're going to put out for this. With no yellow card trouble in this competition that we need to worry about. 2 minutes ago, it's perfectly fine. Let's not waste time saving and crack into this one. So, away in the J1. Can easily be tougher than what we just had in that cup, but Flekke are not in good form, so let's hopefully better them. On a good run, keep it going, fellas. And another team with that same formation, but more defensive than most teams play in Japan, with 3 at the back. But hopefully can keep this unbeaten season going in the league. Frickin' penalty shootouts. Still livid at that. Earlier in the week, there was... that was frustrating, to say the least. But just forget about the treble. It's all about the double. It's all about the double. If it only ends up being a single, that's going to be a waste of a very, very good season. Just taking our time to get into this game. They're keeping the ball quite well here. The home team in the purple. I'm getting camped down the wrong end here a bit too, which is not ideal, but maybe this is where things change. Fujikawa out to Malizio with an awful pass, and Bakirinov, going from his DME spot as a playmaking wing back, doesn't quite defend as well as we'd like to sometimes. Oh, luckily that ball goes over the top there from Kawamura. Which cup? It's probably the Emperor's Cup. Was the more important one, the one that we lost the penalty shootout in. I think the J-League Cups, I'm guessing that's like the League Cup sort of, you know. I think the Emperor's Cup's more of like the FA Cup. Oh, Miyazawa, was he off? He wasn't. Oh, jeepers. Bad miss then. Bad miss that one from a striker who has been red hot up until we just dropped him because Matsubara, who was having a moan before that previous game. Now a set piece here for Flekke. Kawamura takes it short. Kamishima. Okay, guys, giving him a lot of space there. Off? No? Well, that fell quite fortunately for him. Matsumala. I mean, it took a massive deflection, so it would be pretty hard to be offside, to be fair. Yeah, that's cooked us there, isn't it? That big deflection off Ushimura. Ishimaru. God, names, Shaun, names. English is hard sometimes, but names. No, guys, don't stuff up our perfect season. Unbeaten season. There I was thinking the week-long gaps would be good for us. That's going to be bad for us. What's Maurizio's having a right argument with the referee? To be fair, it has got us through to half-time, so it might have paid off there. We don't get the free kick. But we're 1-0 down. Are we going to lose our first game of the season? Maybe. Maybe. We probably should take off Valakari to make sure that's not going to be the case, because he is having a right stinker. The rest of the guys out there aren't playing horrifically. We'll make that change, and yeah. Much better display in the second half, fellas. At least get us back to all square against a team who have not won in 5. I mean, Urawa bet these guys 4-0, so standards. Please, standards. Okay, no, we're just going to... Why is there only one guy marked? What has... Oh, Ishikawa, how has that got through you? How has that got through you, bro? Poor old Miyazawa's got to try and defend that all by himself. And, I mean, your hands are right there. You're supposed to catch the ball with them. Right, maybe the 2 centre-back thing is a failed experiment. Miyazawa down to a 6.4, as is Ishimaru, so Kabari for you. Ugh, this would be a unexpected way to lose our unbeaten record in 90-minute games. Demand more, because seriously, guys, what the frick? We got one sub left. Kirinov's not having a great game at right back, but oh, Robbie, not in the mood for you right now. It's a good song, so I'll let you roll with it, but come on. It's far too depressing. And I need something more inspirational, but let's try Sasaki at right back. Right, attacking higher tempo. Let's go, guys. Come on. I've got the teapot out. I've got one hand on my hip. I am not impressed. Berate. Guys, what is this? What is this performance? Be more expressive, a bit more of that passing wise, and higher defensive line. Get in their face a bit more. Praise. Thank you, Richard, for the... Yeah, praise. They really deserve praise right now. These absolute sacks of you-know-what. Fire up. It's too late to fire up. They're not going to fire up. Wow. What the F was that, guys? Maurizio, fair play, because the rest of them didn't show up. Well, 15 points is our lead. Yeah. That's actually a smart answer. they've given us there. Not many teams get the chance to go a full season unbeaten, and I'm just a little bit angry that we've let the opportunity slip. Right. Just a little bit. Ouch, in the prediction. Right. So that's 33 games unbeaten. Guys, what? They were going so poorly. It's peak FM, but jeepers. And how are you so bad? You've got 17 finishing and 15 composure. How are you not scoring? Well, we'll bounce back, I'm sure. I think it was just one of those games. Let's move on. What we got next? Shaun Belmere. They are having a mirror, aren't they? 16th, surely back at home. Back at home, surely going to get back on track. I love how the goalkeepers leaked my fury after his hands just failed to work for one of those goals that we conceded. Well, hopefully we've got that out of the way now. It means that we're not going to lose in the J-League Cup. That's the positive. Hopefully it isn't going to cost us a trophy, that loss. So, you know, we'll be fine in cups. Might have been a post-cup hangover, that, actually. So I think we did a game earlier this season we played in the cup, and we had to come from, like, 3-1 down to get a draw. Against that lot, Sagamihara, who are still having a ridiculously good season for a team that were 15th on the preview. They've been really good. When is their manager going to go a bigger club, is what I'm thinking, because the one that goes in there should make them a lot worse. Yeah, Richard, yeah, that could have done a lot of damage, that last result. Channel point-wise. Right, we've got an international break after this game too, it looks like. Japan's playing a couple of games. Yeah, we do, right. Ooh, Jubilo Wada won a game. There's a shock. Yes, you can go off a short list. You're not very good. That's all right. So back at home, we should get back on track here. Keyword being should, because, you know, I was quite confident going to that game. Silly me. But this is a much worse team based on the overall season. So hopefully, back on track. Some other results might go our way with Gudam, Puss and Raysol, and we get that lead back out to a point where we're almost like a 2 or 3 games away from securing the title anyway. Once we get back from the break. And we've got Consadole on the 23rd of March. So we do not have a break at all. We've got a... Oh, yeah, the Benfica game was absolute poetry. Right, there goes our break. Hopefully no one gets caught up for the national team, because that would suck if we miss players for that. Now, is one of our players... Oh, they're both on rehab. Right, get them to rehab, Shaun. Goodness me. think we did him earlier. We did. Right, good. Those are some, at least one starter at left back, and maybe you think about putting Ishikawa in. Ishizaka, sorry. Ishikawa? Ishizaka. Can't remember now, he's been injured for so long. But might put him in over Rue, but we'll have to see. But over 2 legs, hopefully going to be okay in that one. When we take on Sapporo. Because they are bottom half of the table as well, it looks like. Just having a quick glance at that table and behind the game continuing. I can't see them. So that should bode well for us there. As we continue to tidy up our shortlist, now reserves. Who needs the, it is Ishizaka, who's the left winger. Samaya, Hattori, Yamane, or you guys get a, oh, this is tomorrow, just 45 minutes then. It's the day before our actual J1 game, which is kind of annoying scheduling, but it is what it is. But yeah, we're very heavy favourites here. But you can't beat a late goalkeeper goal, can you? I mean, it was Alisson against West Brom a couple of years ago. And it's even better when it's a team like Real Madrid who gets done like it. Not that they were winning anyway, like the game was already in favour of Benfica, but it's always fun when it happens against Real Madrid. And also, it got rid of Marseille, and there's a lot of reasons to celebrate that, isn't there? So, you know, there was a lot of good that came from that goal from Trubin. Right, who's this? 3 to 7 weeks. Ah, it's fine. You're not that good. Gone brutal. Oh, you look handy. Pricey, but handy. Benfica and Real. Oh, really? That's awesome. I think Man City could get Real Madrid, couldn't they? I think I saw the other day in the round after that. Geez, how do you drop Valakari? For Kovac, what? Finland manager, that's not what I was expecting in his career. What happened to him? Okay, he didn't last long at Dortmund and then St. Pauli, so okay, that kind of makes sense. But Croatian at Finland, not on my bucket list. Wouldn't have expected that one. Into March as well. I probably should check on how Newcastle are doing soon. Because they're probably getting into the serious part of the Champions League. Not that they have a heck of a lot of a chance the way that they've been going. Only getting out of the group in 3rd spot after we left. There's the good timing. Right, there they are now. So they are, I mean, they should batter that lot. But we're not there, so FM things, maybe they'll get battered themselves. Ooh, we do know about you. Broadfoot. Now, what do we do here? We play through the press. Absolutely. And Miyazawa, international duties. That doesn't sound good with what's coming up, because I think we're going to miss him for the League Cup semi, which would be really poor timing. Leverkusen, Olympiacos play Arsenal or Bayern. Jeepers, yeah. That, you know, that will be brutal. You'd think. So are we gonna stick? I think we stick with it for the moment. I'm hoping that was just a really bad game. Just debating whether we go back to having one no-nonsense centre-back alongside the regular centre-back. Because it changed that going into today, and we did just get our pants pulled down a little bit there by Sanflecke, but we'll see how it goes here, and if it's not looking great, we can switch it up. It should be a team that we better. No mucking around. I expect to see a much better performance from you guys today. No changes. Show me why I got faith in you. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. So it's no funky 5 at the back formation. Just get over them. Get back on track, fellas. Need to get the confidence boost going into the cup. Bodo Inter, that would be, yeah. I mean, Bodo found a bit of form late in that league phase, didn't they? To get into it. The knockouts. Okay, Ishimaru yellow is not ideal, being the 2-meter weapon from set piece. Okay, the Australian, who's a bit annoyed about not getting selected by Popovic. Oh, I've got to change. I've got to change. Why did I change? What is happening all of a sudden? I'm getting slotted. Well, I'm not, because Slot did it all himself. But why's my tactic stop working? And of course it's a goal. How's it not? How would it be not ruled a goal? They're like 5 meters onside. Like, why is VAR checking that? 1-0 down to a trash team. Coming off beating City at home, and yeah, that in theory. Right, what's happened to my team? Right, this song's way too quiet, this version, but it's a banger. Nothing like a song about nailing a high school teacher to get you back, to get your mood up when you're losing a game over him. Okay, guys, let's come on back to being Tokyo, the good Tokyo. Not that sorry excuse of a team that got beaten by Sanflecke. Oh my, Valakari. Now I know why he got dropped by Finland. What was that? Suppose I'll encourage because you had a shot. He is going woefully these last couple of games, Valakari, actually. Just a couple of 6-point 3s and 4s in a row. Just shot on target, guys. Shot on target. Right. Come on. Find a Shimaru before he take him off. No, he's going to blow his whistle. Yep, that's a horrific half of football. Good XG, but no shots on target. Right, Ishimaru off for Kabari, who I think we're actually training as a no-nonsense, so we'll put him on the left side. Probably suits him a bit more anyway. And Valakari, what are you up to, mate? I could have signed Gio Reyna, and I'm starting to think I should have. And when I say I wouldn't have been able to sign anyone else, but it was more for the memes. Biggest loss in the save. Oh. We probably got blown out by someone at Manjung. It wasn't at Newcastle. And we 2-0 to that in that previous game here, because that was our only loss in that actual game before it went to a shootout. Did someone better us at Manjung? That's all I can... It would have to be something there. Don't feel like we got bettered that much there, though. I'm actually struggling to remember. Miyazawa might be going to Japan in horrific form. 6.4 from him. So all of a sudden both our strikers are just useless. The bloke who scored 22 this season has now just become a shadow of his former self. So let's try Matsubara, even though he's going really badly. Ooh, team talk. There we go. Right, give him a talk. Right, here we go. It's time for Matsubara. I'll give him a little inspirational talk before he gets on there. Don't usually do that, so let's see if it actually makes a difference. Something nearly happened. Don't think it had anything to do with him. And then he gets a shot blocked because he is utterly useless. How's he so useless? He's got such good composure and finishing. I don't get it. That ball's too deep for Sado. Fire up. Come on. We're at home to like 15th or 16th, guys. You've got to start fronting up here. Yeah, it's coming out of absolutely nowhere. I say nowhere, it was off. We did just have a cup semi or quarterfinal, maybe that's it. I know FM did like to do that in the past. Arroyo nearly puts that one away. Right, Baketanov's a bit cooked, so let's get him off here for Sasaki. Can't say too much because we've only had one shot on target ourselves, but of course they scored their only shot on target, given the XG from this game. And we're creating enough chances here, it's just putting the finishing touch on it. That's good from Luz. I used to occasionally, back when we could. Yeah. Oh, come on. There we go. We've done a football. David Oloyo. Coming off the Valakari, you might have to make that permanent next game. Equaliser, exactly. Oh, it's an equaliser. Sorry, that was a really bad take on that commentary. I tell you what, that almost... Oh, well, I'm not touching anything because we're all over them. Hopefully the floodgate's open now. Yeah, the deflection should have helped there, if anything. I say we're not touching anything. There's some tired boys out there. I reckon a difference maker could be Rivera here. Let's get him out right. Come on, guys. I've got enough faith in you to not touch anything too much. I'll say that now. I lied. Higher tempo. Let's get up in their face a bit more. I did not give that long enough, did I? Yeah, real little for them. How have we not won that? I suppose we'd take the point, given how that was sitting for a while. But it's a pretty poor result, guys. And it's a draw, so I don't know what's happened all of a sudden here. Definitely going back to no-nonsense centre-back alongside a centre-back, though, because... well, we were 16 ahead, so I think we're still... Yeah, Nagoya have the teams behind us have actually not done well, so we're okay. We've actually extended our gap by a point, so we're pretty good. But yeah, so I think we're okay. Like, we have to be generationally bad from here. Like, we have to do a bottle job that Dr. Benji would could only dream of doing, because we are so far in front. Like, we're 16 clear, 9 games left. So I suppose there's a bit more than it looks there, but like, with the goal differential as well, it would take a really, really wild into the season. We did draw our last game at last stream too against V Valen, so that form of late is actually quite bad. I'm going to change that back to what we had it going into today's stream. And here was the other guy that we had as that, so we'll just do a bit of that, but hopefully nothing to worry about too much. I might get rid though. Just based on last few performances, we'll put Arroyo in there over Valakari. Got a couple of yellow cards that we might need to think about going in this next game, but hopefully we can. Probably need to focus on winning first. Selection info, right, let's get these guys fit that we want available. Ahead of the Cup semi, which I don't know if we'll actually have Mayazara available. Because he's off on World Cup qualifying duty, well, 3 days after the second leg. If there's, I think there was a game around there as well. I think we're not going to be having our first choice striker for this semi-final. As we get through the absolute mountain of inbox messages. Right, we'll get rid of you because you're not very good. And you. What's for breakfast today? The usual apple and yogurt. Flavored yogurt with an apple. I try and have a healthy breakfast. I'm very boring though. I have the same breakfast like every day unless I'm traveling. Diabetic life. Gotta keep it as stable as possible. Go a bit more wild for lunch and dinner. Mix things up a bit, but the breakfast stays the same. The only thing being, oh, youth intake. Oh, hello. That's a bit earlier than we had it back in Malaysia. Okay. How's this going to undo all the good players I signed just before? But bypass, cool. Right. It wasn't supposed to be very good, and the fact it's only top prospects doesn't have my hopes up here. It's not awful, but it's not great. Especially down here. That's really not great. We'll sign those two. Ben Uchino, which is a heck of a name. Top prospect, Ethan Strange, right. This one? Or do you want the striker? The other guy's got more potential, so I presume you mean you want to change Ben's name, which is just, it's not a bad first name, that. But, yep, go Ben. Bye, Ben. Right. Set nickname. Ethan Strange. Oops, sorry, knocked the knife. Ethan Bin Strange. He's called the Ben, he would be. Tell you what, the Bin's got great bravery and teamwork, which might be appropriate given what Bins go through in life. But Ethan Strange now. Yeah, we'll get him on a contract. Is that how we do it these days? Approach to sign. Boomfa. Now, immediate. Why does it default to next available? That's so stupid. No appearance fee. You're a footballer. Like, come on. We only give appearance fees if we're desperate. And Kintaro Ishimoto, who honestly does not look that special, but he's got just enough potential. Youth contract, perfect. The rest of these guys, yeah, I don't. There's a left back that has good bravery for Miya Takamoto and a striker in Yuhei Umeda, who attribute-wise actually looks a bit better than the guy who had more potential. But that's a real move on. You can take that. Go to the portal, and I do not want to watch that game. Yeah, I'm too busy managing to do that. Now, the Wizards reserve team, I need to check. Is our striker available? He is. Awesome. At least for this game. So that means we can give some of these guys some game time. Still injured, still injured. Right, you guys get a solid 90 in you. Don't know why we can't use our young goalkeeper. I just noticed too, it's actually quite a quick backup. Is he interested in coming back? Why is the value so low? Like we sold him for 4.1. How's it so low? He is homegrown club. That's the only reason I've sort of looked at him again. We're aiming to shortlist just in case we do need a homegrown club player. We have a big budget next season. I don't really want to bring back players who do us over because it's a very Dortmund thing to do. But if we need to. But let's save. Right, we'll do a prediction. This is going to be a who goes through. So I think we're playing console support, aren't we? Just get the team name right. Yes, we're fine. Cool. So who goes through? So it's over both leagues, that prediction. Can we make a final against one of Urawa or Vissel Kobe? A pretty strong semi that. Urawa, the preseason favourites, and Vissel Kobe defending J1 champions for hopefully only a little bit longer. But let's hopefully put out a good performance here. If there's an early goal and it happens, then you might get a bit of a guide into what you should be predicting. Make the most of home advantage, because jeepers, you did not do that in your last game, guys. Give me the edge, Miyazawa. Right. Just made a change in the cam. Otherwise, though, we're sticking with the rest of them. And they're going with a 4-2-3-1 here. Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo. The Cup, exactly. The J-League Cup semi. Can we make a final? This is what we got done in the previous one. The Emperor's Cup. In a penalty shootout, but that was only a one-legged tie. I did a YouTube save on 24 in Japan with Omiya Arudija, the Red Bull club. I was doing a save where I had a ChatGPT version of Jurgen Klopp telling me what to do. And we ended up at the Japanese club. So, yeah. I was doing that save while we were waiting for the small delay in FM25 before, you know, it just got completely cancelled. So, yeah, I did a little bit in Japan. Right, start. Oh, okay, interesting save, but it's worked at least at the moment. Malizio. Okay, that's it. Sure. I mean, based on experience so far, Luz went down. Okay, is he okay? We probably look to play things safe here, don't we? Let's get Rivera on out left. Just try and get our better players on the field. The last thing I need is one left wingers coming back, as in the one that we just signed to get injured. But Bakirinov, back to Sato, Shimazaki. But yeah, when I've managed in Japan, and in J1 in particular, I've found it not super difficult, I must say. But thankfully, Sato's made it 1-0 here in the Cup. At least in the league, I've found it not too bad. This time the goalkeeper can't parry it away, beats Vegeta, and we take a 1-0 lead. Maybe I shouldn't have played with our defence going into this stream. Given we had the least goals conceded, it's probably a really dumb idea from me, but for some reason I saw the fact that we had different roles, and I thought back to Newcastle and went, I'm sure we changed that. And like that made a big difference. Sato's now got a knock. Thankfully, when he's recovering from. But a bit of a physical gameness for the wingers at the moment. As Aloyo just keeps that in. Back to Fujikawa, Bakirinov, Malizio, Rivera pings it in there. Only for us to ping it back out of there. Shimazaki. Fujikawa, or Bakirinov, that's blazed high and wide. But we're well and truly on top here in this game, which is things you love to see. Short to Miyazawa, oh, the 1-2. Oh, it's good play. Can we get something from it? Rivera. Fujikawa, Rivera. It's short, that will do it. The ending wasn't quite what I was expecting, but it's a goal. Genki Fujikawa, and Sato's having a blinder, a goal and an assist. Right, maybe we're just in full cut mode now. We're just switching off in the league because we're focused on actually winning as many trophies as possible. I mean, actually, that touch from Sato was actually a lot better than I thought it was there. I thought it was just like a touch from a tackle that kind of went loose. That's properly deliberate. That's a nice assist there. Well worked goal. 2-0. Somehow I've lost the ball to an injured man. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi. Oh no, this time we do him through Sato. Shimazaki. Arroyo. Oh, Sato. And there, Arroyo. Shot blocked. Nice work there though from Matsunaga. English. Is there going to be another highlight from that or chance? No. But now, is it Ishimaru time? Set piece. Not if we don't kick it far enough for him. But Miyazawa's there to tidy things up. Maurizio. Oh, starts to go on an adventure. Arroyo, block shot. What is it with cams and block shots here at the moment? Oh, is he on? No. No, the flag's gone up. It looked a bit too good to be true. And there is no VAR. Okay. That it was just so clear that it didn't matter. Now Sato's cooked and he's having a blinder. So we'll wait till half time. Don't want to waste another stoppage. And we'll bring on our backup left winger and get Rivera out to his normal side. But very good first half from us. Our best one probably of the stream out, well, since the previous cup tie that we had. So Ushibori will come on for Sato. We'll just leave it like that for now because it's going quite well. Keep it up and let's crack into it. Arroyo to Rivera. Nothing doing from the kickoff. If we can get a 3-0 lead, would actually be really handy. Can think about making sure some players aren't in that card suspension trouble going into the final. If we concede, that is not something we need to think about. Thankfully, that's a horrific ball in, but we are going to let them get it back in space here for Iraqi. We are just not marking him at all for some reason. What the frick are we doing with that? And why are we relying on a striker to mark the wide area there? Like someone... I mean, Mauricio's done the header and job's done. Like, there's just no one at all is... And, like... That is horrific defending, and Jalo makes it 2-1, so we're not going to start thinking about rotating early. Because we're in trouble. Slightly. Let's make it 3-1. Get me back to a confident mood here. Ushibori. Back to Maurizio. Fujikawa. Oop. Arroyo. Oh, this is nice footy. Did he stay on? Oh, do we need to do that? I reckon the shot could have been taken there from Rivera. It's a bit of a frustrating one. So that's now 2 goals ruled out for offside, I think. So we could really be putting these guys away if we, you know, followed the rules. Oh, Rivera. Hold on, what's happening? We've given them a goal kick. Okay. We're finding very interesting ways not to score goals here. Alright, we might get Miyazawa off here. Should probably looking to use him before he goes on international duty, but he ain't awesome touch right now, so we'll get Matsubara on for him. Come on, put them away for at least this league, guys. Make the most of the home advantage. Okay, we might have to get... What's Arroyo doing? Thankfully, okay, right, keep the ball. I was petrified what he might do there. Okay. Guys, I've not turned time wasting on yet. I probably should, but I haven't done it yet. Like, I would quite like a 2-goal lead. Here we go. Here we go. He's done something. Oh, it's a miracle. Matsubaru. Bara, Shaun, Bara. Let's take off the right back while we've got the chance for Sasaki. And Matsunaga's not going that well. So let's do that and start to actually time waste a bit. Semi-final, first leg. Richard. So for the home leg, 2-goal lead, very nice. Back to how it was going to the sheds at half time. And Matsubara has finally scored a goal. It's been, well, it's his first all year. Don't think it's quite his first this season, but he's been very average. So thankfully he's going to find some form now, because if we do lose our regular first choice, Miyazawa, for those World Cup qualifiers, him finding some form will be very handy. But very good display. Just still conceding when we probably... yeah, I want a really good goalkeeper here. But we've got a 3-1 lead. That's the main thing. Wettest league. I mean, Malaysia was pretty weird. Oh, hello. I bet it's 3 to 4 weeks. Course. Okay, so Sato's out. Rue's thankfully not too bad. So, Sato in form. Of course he is, because now he's injured. Let's get Rivera in the mixer and our right wing. So, where's our right winger I've been using all season? Shirasaki, he's also injured. How bad? Tomorrow. Perfect. Get him on rehab then. And call them up to the first team. How far away is Ishizaka? Still a little way away, as is Chan Yong at left back. So, we're in a good spot. Rest players just in case. I would like to give some of those yellow carded guys a rest, but it might be a bit risky the way we're going currently. But yeah, Malaysia was up there. In terms of weird leagues we went to. What else? Where else have I been? I mean, just based on rules, it's hard to go past the MLS's weird league, isn't it? Well, to be fair, the A-League's kind of similar. We've noticed it in this save. Gibraltar? Oh, okay. I mean, I did Iceland, but I don't think Iceland's that weird. It was a build nation, so you know. Done a few in New Zealand, which is always, you know, the custom ones are always interesting, aren't they? The databases that people make. I did do a World Super League once with one of the MLS teams, just so I wouldn't have to do the rules with them. Managed to get back in his Wonderkid Prime Makoko at Sporting Kansas City, which was fun times. Okay, what did he recommend? I can't tell what you recommended. Sure, okay, that's the most useless thing of all time. The recommendation just not actually being good. Right. It's peak FM26. So it's plain shadow. Turn that off. I think the aircon's giving me voice a bit. But 3-1 lead. Surely going to hold on to it here. Surely. Who does he play? Up front. Okay. I was hoping I might have found a goalkeeper finally. Get the morale nice and high. And crank into it. We do have a week gap after this, so we don't need to worry about fitness so much. For the J1, it's just yellow cards. So if I sort out the starting lineup, do I trust our French players here? I should. I should, shouldn't I? Kabara, is so cooked on yellow cards. Rivera, we've got to play Rivera now because Sato's injured, so that's kind of not a... So we'll do a couple of changes, and we do have to do the striker as well. Surely Miyazawa comes back for a final. No, not quick pick, Shaun. Kawada is the best of the rest, isn't he? Yes, let's get him in there. Right. So a little bit of change here, just to try and avoid card trouble, but hopefully it doesn't backfire. Right, Ishimoto signed a youth contract, and so is Ethan Strange. Now, you're obviously a striker, so let's get you into striker training. And Ethan, DM. Yeah, deep line playmaker works for you. Hopefully not injury issues. I'm not sure if you're watching on YouTube, but thank you, Splash Overboard, for the sub as well. Greatly appreciated. But 3-1 lead, let's try and hold on here. Do what we did in the previous tie, just score one early, put it to bed, would be ideal. More of the same. I trust you. I trust you. I have faith in you, I think, up front. Still going a 4-2-3-1, as are we, because we haven't needed to change it for any real reason this season, because we've been pretty good apart from that random ass J1 loss. So let's hope we don't bottle it here in the cup and at least make a final. And a free kick early might be the way to do it if we can pick out Ishimaru. But we're not looking to do that. Up to Adoyo or Matsubaru. Oh, he's found some form all right. Even if I keep saying his name wrong, he's starting to find some form. He starts scoring more goals. I'm going to actually have to learn his name, so maybe that's why he's starting to score. He's getting a bit annoyed at me. But we've made it 1-0 early, 4-1. You wouldn't have had that, yeah, if Kylie was in net. We'll check on Kylie soon. I don't know if her team's going that well this season. Last time we checked, they were third in the A-League, albeit with a couple of games in hand, and only finished third in their Champions League group and got out because they were lucky. It's looking like it's going to be Urara in the final. 2-0 up over Vissel Kobe, so we could be taking on our former player in O'Hara, who left to go play for a bigger club. If we win the double, he might be questioning that decision. As Lewis starts to cook. Block shot there. I think it would have been from Rivera. But we did beat Urawa when we played them away from home earlier this season. Albeit I think we're going worse now in terms of our form. But hopefully we'll get acting gear for a cup final. Now, that is not what I would have done there, Ishimaru, given that there was a guy like right next to you to head that ball to. And what's he done? Interesting decisions, but we've got away with that. Big chance there for Sapporo. Thankfully they haven't taken it. There might have been some raging if they did at what we were doing there. In particular, the 2-meter giant with apparently no coordination or brain. But we're doing what's needed of us here. 1-0 up, 3-goal advantage. We had Rivera on a yellow and Matsubara on a yellow. So that's probably the two that we need to consider if we hold on to a 3-goal lead going to half time. Maybe just saving them up. Oh, this is top work from Sasaki until the end product. That ball in the mixer just wasn't quite there. Fujita could get in the way. And we get into half time. Right, let's see what we... So we might take off Matsubara, even though he is in good form for Kawada. And Shirasaki for Rivera, because one, he's not playing well, and two, was on a yellow going into this. Otherwise, I think everyone else was in the clear, so that should work out well. We'll tell them they're doing well. Try and be positive. Keep them in a good frame of mind. Because we're in a good position, or at least we were. Ruse nearly stuffed that up. Thankfully, we somehow kept that ball. If we can get one more, put a bow on it, it's done. We're in a final. Oh, Arroyo. Ah, just the finish. Just the finish. But at the moment, a pretty solid display over both legs. A little scare when they made it 2-1, but it's been pretty well controlled by us here. Oh, that was nearly nice from Shirasaki. That would have been a goal and a half. Oh, I was about to praise. Would have been too early. It starts at like 11 PM, so I will not be watching that. It was like I was saying earlier when World of Warcraft was in about when the wrestling's on in Perth. I despise it. Oh, how has he missed that? Because yeah, everything starts so freaking late. It's like may as well be South Africa back when there was Super Rugby and stuff. Like it's so late. It's like it's almost in a different country to Australia. It's like they're in their own little world there in Perth compared to everyone else in Aussie and New Zealand. Okay, we're just doing well enough here. Pretty well in control. Nice cruisy path through to final against Urawa, it looks like, because I imagine with a 3-0 lead, that's how that's always been. Just make sure no one naked stays out there, he says, as he doesn't take off Arroyo. Okay, good. We can make our last couple of subs here. See if Valakari can regain some form. Okay, hopefully that's not going to backfire immediately. Probably should have taken off Ruse coming back from injury, but it is what it is. He has a week off now. Okay, thankfully this time we block an absolute sitter for them. Praise. Is it going to stop it? It does. Lovely. Jeez, Urawa actually are finding some form. That's a little bit worrying. The best team in the league apparently actually starting to play like it a little bit. But we make a final 4-1 on aggregate. Our first cup final here at FC Tokyo. It's a bit overdue, but we get the job done. That's the main thing. And yeah, 5-3. They did actually need some of those goals. They're in trouble, so it is Urawa, the home team, boo, against FC Tokyo at the Japan National Stadium, so I don't think there is a major home advantage there. And Rue, an 8.0 despite having not much, well, no goal contributions. Now, when's that final going to take place is the big question. the 4th of May, so that's not going to be on tomorrow's stream anyway. What's the time? My wife does want to use this room a bit earlier today. Do I call it there? We'll be going for 2 hours. Do we sneak in the cheaper game? Or do I keep the wife happy? Sorry, just thinking out loud here, people. Because what's the J1 situation? 16 points clear, 9 games. We can't really wrap that up for a little while either, can we? It's used for teaching. My wife's a violin teacher, so it gets used for that. Not for tactics, as many people seem to think it does get used for. Right. Kawasaki, I told you you'd be a squad player, and you were perfectly fine with that. Why are you kicking up a fuss now? Yeah, Genki's playing really well. Yep, cool. Yep, he's actually reasonable about that. Cool. So now it's used for music instruction. The whiteboard. Just seeing, is there another gap coming after this JF game? If there is, we'll play this one. Which we might do anyway. We'll probably play one more game. And we'll call it after that. Because it would still be a little bit earlier than I usually finish on the weekend. So it should keep the wife happy. It's a normal 1 week gap. Right, we'll play one more game. And then we'll come back tomorrow. And that will be a big stream with a cup final. There also might be time changes coming for the weekday streams on Wednesday and Thursday, but I don't know if that's starting this coming week or the week after. So just an early warning on that. We might be going to nighttime, my time, about 6:37. Now that we're going to get back in the school term, this room is needed during the day. So early warning, but I will post on socials about that as Miyazawa. Looks like Japan won, but there's a red dot there. But I will be posting on socials when that is going to be about to kick in. So don't worry, and I'll change it on Twitch as well, so you guys are aware. But there will be a change coming in the next week or two for the Wednesday, Thursday streams, not the weekend ones. We'll stick to this time on the weekends. Now, no, Sato's still not available. So Miyazawa should come back for this next game, but we might keep Matsubara in, sorry. Anyone else we dropped for that? We did that, didn't we? And that. Just get the team ready for this one. And also pay on a prediction too. And get another one going. We're away, right. So, prediction line for this last game of the stream. We're playing 9th, so it's not a bad team at all. And Miyazawa scored for Japan. Oh. It's good to see he's actually done something, because his form was starting to kind of crash here. First, oh, he got more than one. Happy days, he's back. Gone from having no form strikers to having 2. prefer it if one, you know, they could switch the form up a little bit more, the two of them, instead of the exact same time. I suppose it's a good problem to have. Oh goodness, next gen, that's going to slow me down. I guess you can play, right, next gen. Well, we Thursday, I can search for that after stream, that's okay. I will find that later, we'll kick onto this game. Although if people are interested, I suppose we could do it on camera, but there's a lot of clicking involved in that. They need a scout all button still on that inbox item. Now, what are we going to do for this game? Miyazawa is back, but he is going to be a bit tired, so we'll probably just go with that lineup. Okay, so who is... You're still injured. You're still injured. The rest of you guys are pretty sweet, I think. So, yep, we're fine. Okay. Good old PSG's Haaland. I've only got Haaland and Endrick there at PSG. And oh, we've got our Continental A. Lovely. It's taken a little while. Now, can we get the final step? No, can I ask for my badge? Nope. Oh, yes, I can. There we are. Thank you. Acknowledge that. Right, can we finally get our Continental Pro 8 seasons in? So we spent the best part of 5 seasons on our, well, on nothing. And we're absolutely flown in between here and Newcastle. Well, it was Newcastle, let's be honest. Through those badges. As Hattori gets injured, so Kawasaki will have to go on the bench. And I've just remembered too, that's a game the day before from when I said all those players were available. So let's maybe change some of these to just being 45 minutes. So do 20. I'll be a little bit of a softie. Make sure they don't get injured. So Kawasaki, there you are. On the bench. Happy days. Get the morale high and we'll crack in to a last game of the stream. But big one tomorrow. We should definitely get through that cup final. So hopefully there's going to be a chance to pick up our first bit of silverware here at FC Tokyo. And we, well, you'd like to think the amount of J1 games we'll get through too that would get the double and wrap it up. Sell out too. Oh, it's their game. Reckon the next can get a result victory? Wouldn't think so. Are they away? Because then, no, because they have a horrific record in Melbourne, I think. Like, I think they've got one of the worst records going in terms of at that one ground at Amy Park. Oh, it's in Wellington. Oh, then maybe a draw. Hopefully they learn from what happened yesterday and they actually get a dub, but victory do tend to go all right over here, annoyingly. Of course, that's they did the damage in the semi a few years ago. Right, let's burn through this. So I've got to remind myself, there's a couple of players come back from injuries, but not in time. Play through the press, cool. So I've got to remind myself to do next gen before we come back tomorrow. And it's just safe. Awesome. Right, last game of stream. Yeah, well, he's not actually too bad. Miyazawa. I thought he might be a bit more tired, but he's... Yeah, it will be. We might... Oh, that's a big hit. We might go Miyazawa just to play things safe there up front. Hopefully don't regret that, because he has just scored a couple for Japan, so that's probably sensible. And, I mean, I don't know if we were that good last game, to be fair, but the tie overall, we were good. Right, come on, fellas. At the Chibas. Let's get the job done. If we get a W here, I think some teams have faltered behind us again. So if we get a W here, we go back out to like a 19-point gap. So that would more or less like wrap this up, J1. Last game go, we got through in that cup semi. 1-0, I think it was, in that second leg. But on the whole, it was 4-1 on aggregate. So we did a good job on both legs. We do have to deal here with an early throw-in. Before that, it was a draw in the J1. Oh, guys. We are suffering like the cup hangover thing here, aren't we? Every time around these cup games, we are just not delivering. Just that touch there is absolutely set up that goal. It's a freaking good goal, isn't it? Yeah, right. Don't know if we can do... Don't know if that's got much to do with tactics or anything. That's just a rip a bit. Yeah, if we'd go 19 clear, it would be all over if we got the job done here. But unfortunately, it's not looking likely because our fellas can't score screamers like they can. We're encouraged. We're playing well for the most part, just didn't have the ball from that first highlight. Right, come on, guys. Get us back into this one. Lus. Where's Ishimura? Oh, Maurizio could see that coming a mile off. He was charging onto it. I was looking for Ishimaru, but he for some reason, for a giant, does not like jumping that much. But Maurizio just broke free from his man and power hit a top left corner, 1-1. Exactly. Big goal. I'll encourage again. Oh, yeah, Wellington won the cricket. Can't believe they've done that. So I was watching the cricket final in the background and Wellington have somehow won. What have we... Speaking of yuck, what the hell are we doing there at the far post? I'm surprised he's got the ball off, but what is Maurizio doing there? I don't know how he even stopped the ball getting to this guy who scored as well. They've had 3 shots on target and they've got 2 goals. I'll give them the first goal. It was a screamer. That's just freaking lazy defensively, that. I know we're away from home, but some real bonehead decision making in that goal. Hopefully we get it back to 2-2 here. Shimazaki out to Bekedanov. Okay, we're starting to cook. We were... Okay, that's pretty much the same goal down the other end. We'll take that. I don't think the physics were quite as weird there. But a couple of goals with interesting headers. That one looked a touch more natural, apart from maybe the handball off our striker. 2-2 though. No, it's not been a good game. I'm still going to demand more here, actually, because... Yeah, I don't know how we're not winning this, but anyway. I think this is just the... Oh, there's a bit of time, actually, for this highlight. Might be something more than just a waste of time. Before the whistle gets blown. Lus. He was a little bit tired, but has got both the assists. Having a very good game. Good save from Naraloka. And we don't see the corner, so going to be tall at the half. We've been all over them, but just a bit leaky. So Kawasaki comes in. Brum brum, and that'll be it. So, I mean, we are going a point further clear, but we're doing fine. Defenders. Yeah, I'm going to have a bit of a go at them there. I think defensively really average. Most of the team are now fired up though, so that's good. There's Bekedanov on the ball early, but nothing doing from the start. We want all the action this half to be down this end. Ideally, it's been the complete opposite so far. Because of course it has. Okay, Miyazawa's just not doing it for us at the moment, is he? For a guy scoring international goals, he's just found a flat patch here. So we'll get him off for Matsubara. As a highlight, and Fujikawa wins the ball for us. Lus Oloyo. Still in there over Valakari, which, oh, who was that? Bekedanov, if you're going to be coming off from right back, do not give the ball away like that. Well, there's some efforts out there for us today. Right, Bekedanov, what was that? And they are getting some of the most fortunate stuff happening for them in this game. What's the pass was horrific there from our right back. Yeah. I don't really know where it's come from either. We've been so good for most of the season with that sort of stuff. Shirasaki at right wing. You know what? Let's get Sasaki at right back. I'm a bit annoyed at him about that. Bekedanov. J-League form has just hit a wall for some reason. Lus for... I guess it's Ushibori. I would have liked to bring on Valakari in this situation, but because of tiredness, I think the cut might have an impact here on our season. But they've got more shots on targets than us, a fair play, but goodness me. We've got to be more efficient with what we're doing. That about sums it up. Get an injury at the end of all that. Another loss. Thankfully, other teams behind us are also going pretty poorly and dropping points. But, yeah. Utterly shambolic defensive display. They scored one good goal, and the rest was a pile of trash from our defence. So we've now lost back-to-back J-League games. I do feel like there's a bit of a cup hangover happening here. But the timing's not great in terms of around the cup. And that injury was not an injury at all. So that's thankfully all good. But I think it's probably a good time to shut the game down, honestly. So thanks for coming in today, everyone. Yeah, computer turn off might be good before tomorrow. And hopefully pick up a trophy in 2. It should be 2. We're still 16 clear. So with 8 games left in the season, we should be fine. But let's go and raid over to someone. Thank you very much to Ankle earlier for the raid and everyone who came in along with that and dropped a follow on Twitter, a sub on YouTube. Now, just check if anyone else has gone live since I last checked this. I haven't checked this guy out before. Just see what he's like. Playing, I presume, with Bolton, because why would you play off the... Yeah, Bolton, definitely not off the Manchester United under 21s. That would be the weirdest thing to do ever. So we're going to go raid him, Bossy's husband. Just because we haven't raided him before, so why not? So we'll do that. Get that volume back up. Probably shouldn't have done that for stream. So that's the raid. Go over there. Go be nice. I'll probably dash very quickly because I need to get out of here for the wife. But thank you for coming in today, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. And yeah, hopefully get that J-League form sorted because it's kind of gone to the pack. But yeah, catch you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a good rest of your day. Bye. And Liv Morgan for the Rumble, women's and men's Bron. Bron for the men's. There you go. There are my tips.